Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Right, AGT outside Anfield. It's a late kickoff, which I wasn't keen on, to be honest. If you are going to play a game in the week, it's 7:45 and that's it. 8:15 today, which means we're outside a little bit later, so the uploads might be a tad slower tonight. But before we get into the instant match reaction, remember, like the video, give us a little comment and help us get to 21,000. You guys have absolutely smashed it in terms of subbing recently. In the last 2 months, I think we've done about 10,000 subs, which has doubled the channel. So big up to you guys. Of course, we've got the merch coming on Friday and a lot more exciting collaborations. We've got Monterrain on board now, and there's another one for you next week, what I'm going to announce as well. Liverpool 2, Norwich 1. The instant match reaction is relief, really. We did the work that we needed to do in the first half. 2 goals from the Japanese Messi. I've said it before, I'll say it again. These lads are still enjoying it. Takumi Minamino scores 2 goals for Liverpool in the first 25 minutes to really put the game to bed before it can get alive. Couple of slight chances for Norwich that they're always going to get, especially in the FA Cup. At Anfield with a much changed Liverpool team, however, they couldn't really take them. The 1 goal that they did score did cause a little bit of a scare in the last 15 minutes, but nothing really that Liverpool couldn't deal with. A couple of sloppy moments at the back between Alisson and maybe a couple of misplaced passes in the midfield, but you can't really blame this set of players for being hungover from Sunday, because I think Henderson was the only one that started that game. So a fresh set of players, but to still be able to do the job and kind of kill the game off really in the first half with a much changed team like that, that just shows you again the strength and depth of this Liverpool team. And again, we go into the quarter-final now, potentially taking on one of the big boys in the next round. City there, Chelsea there. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see in the next round. Obviously Southampton have gone through tonight, they're no mugs either, and of course we'd still prefer a home tie in the quarter-final before it goes on to Wembley in the semis, and then the final at Wembley as well, which I do think we can get to, but the quarter-final is going to be a very hard game. And in the second half for Liverpool, Curtis Jones goes off. A couple of question marks around that. I think he had a good first half and hit the bar from 25 yards out. Similar kind of area and distance to the goal he scored against Everton in the FA Cup in 2020, which was actually the first ever Kop TV fan cams. So disappointing to see him go off injured again. It almost seems as though a central midfielder comes in to replace another one that's got injured and then gets injured himself. Thiago might have played tonight, but Curtis Jones plays because of Thiago's injury, and then Curtis Jones himself gets injured. So again, listen, not vintage. Were we hungover from Sunday? Maybe emotionally a bit tired, but listen, we've got the job done. I would have taken this at the start of the night all day long. Let me know in the comments if you would have taken a 2-1 at the start of the night. And we go into the next round. It's tomorrow, the FA Cup quarter-final draw. Let's see who we get for that. I'm hoping it's someone that isn't Chelsea and isn't Man City. Maybe they can play each other and we can take the winner of that in the semis if we get there. But again, not much to add on to that. Liverpool, not vintage tonight, but got the job done. Takumi Minamino gets his 10th goal of the season, his 9th and his 10th. Which is actually starting to make me think now that this is actually a really good season from Takumi. Instead of maybe berating him slightly, I said earlier that he's maybe not in the top 5 strikers at Liverpool in terms of the forward players, but 10 goals. So you have to kind of tip your hat to Takumi, the Japanese Messi. And again, they scored their goal, but apart from that, not too much to add. A couple of late chances. There was a Diaz shot that went wide, a Jota header, one that hit the post from the Ox, and obviously Curtis Jones hit the bar in the first half. But apart from that, not much to report. Again, I'll say it again, not vintage Liverpool, but we got the job done. Liverpool 2, Norwich 1. That's your instant match reaction. Let's get into the player ratings. Whoa. Just before you go,
don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.